Right then, it's a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda Civic 1.8 SR petrol. 14 plates, as you can see. The car's covered just 52,000 miles. I'm doubting myself as I say that, but I'll check that when we get in the car. It's in lovely condition. Low mileage car, urban titanium, which always looks good on these cars, the colour, with full black leather interior. And it's very, very clean. Around the front, lights and lenses, clear, intact. There's no cracks or condensation there. Bonnet, hardly a stone chip of any note on there at all. Near side of the car, passenger side, lovely and smooth. No car parking indentations that I can see. Near side front alloy, in very good condition. Only tiniest couple of marks on there. That's one that's closest to the curb that tends to pick up on them. Near side rear, again, very, very nice condition. Coming in the back, bump corners, entry points, all very clean. There's the offside, driver's side. Again, it's pretty much mirror smooth down there. Offside rear alloy, very, very clean indeed. Remaining panel work is very, very nice. I always say, there's always going to be the odd tiny little blemish that the camera doesn't pick up or I miss, but they are going to be small, and it's very clean, this car. Coming to the boot area, absolutely cavernous boots on the Civics. Inside here, you can lift this up and you've got extra storage area underneath. And you actually lower this one down into the boot to give you a lot of extra boot depth as well. So coming into the back, this of course is where the kids sit in family cars. Often means a lot of wear and tear. You can see from the leatherwork here, this one's been kept absolutely beautifully. From the front of the passenger side, full set of mats in the car. Passenger seat again, absolutely fantastic condition there. Fine, coming on the driver's side, door card lovely and clean. Same with the footwell area, is really nice. Driver's seat, for the age and mileage again, in really good condition. So inside the car now, engine's running, so the dash is illuminated, and it looks in fantastic condition as well. You can see there, sat nav working exactly as it should. If we pop the car into reverse, you have that lovely clear parking camera, and that complements the front and rear parking sensors fitted to the car. It's been kept in very nice condition. And that's the view you get as a driver of a Honda Civic. I maintain that's the best, best dash design by a country mile. It's just brilliant. And that's how you should set your driving position. So the steering wheel rim is just above the rev counter and below the speedo. Pan in there for you. Hopefully you can see 52,000, I was right, 52,763 miles. Engine's running, there are no warning lights on. The little yellow light you see there, which has just gone off, is meant to stay on for about 40 or 50 seconds. It just checks the airbags before you set off. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with the car. Right then, it's a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Civic 1.8 SR. The car's registered MJ14YYN. And mileage at the start of the road test is 52,763. The reason we do all of our videos, as I always say, and especially this bit, the road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's online looking at any of the cars we're selling, they get to see that very car actually in operation. Like loads of people, unfortunately, we've been to see cars and travelled a long way, only to find out that despite description saying it was good, after a short drive there's something obvious that shows up as soon as you drive the car. So that's why we do it. Also done on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire, and this actually forms part of the road test route we go on with our customers, and the hope, of course, is that it'll be representative of what you feel yourself should you go and drive in the car. So coming to the car, low mileage, very well maintained. It drives absolutely fantastically. Twist the key, engine starts instantly, settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge running at a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be on any Honda car. Honda have a deserved reputation for building the toughest engines in the world of mass production, and this one's no different in that regard. It's very tough and reliable. They're cam chain driven, so there's no cam belt stuff to worry about. But more than that, as I always say, it's actually just wait for this one to bite a bit. Yeah, I can. It's more just actually how the car drives, how the engine performs. It's such a sweet-natured engine. It's docile, it's tractable, but when it picks up and goes, when you put your foot down, you get a very muted kind of intake noise from the engine, but a sweet edge to it. It's just, it's just a piece of wonderful engineering, as you always get from Honda. Engine then feeds through into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch in the car, absolutely spot on. Bike point is exactly where it's meant to be, and it's nice and smooth in operation. Gearbox, another brilliant Honda gearbox. Gear change itself, short and throw. It's got a lovely kind of weighty mechanical feel to it, even though it's cable operated, unlike some that do the same, which pretty much all front wheel drive cars are these days. They can feel light, vague, horrible, notchy things. This is just beautifully done, and it feels pretty much exactly as it would have done when it was new. Moving on to the steering and chassis, which has always been, one of the strongest points of the Civic. It's a brilliant package overall, anyway. But the steering and chassis, because the reason being is, even though it's just, it is a family hatch, here to get you and your family from A to B as safely and as comfortably as possible. I'm going to concentrate on this chap a second. It's one of the few cars that actually manages to do two things very, very well indeed. If you just want to buy a Civic to get you from A to B comfortably, it does a brilliant job. It's a lovely, smooth, very well damped ride. It's very well judged. However, if like me, you still enjoy your driving, it's just a lovely car to drive. It's got a dynamic edge to it. The steering is well weighted. It's very accurate and precise, but it's also pretty quick for this type of car. But where the chassis excels, where you wouldn't think it would because it's so supple, is when you go through corners, because you get very little body roll unless you're pushing on incredibly hard. But when you do go through corners, the corner's lovely and flat. It holds its the body control to the corner is superb. So literally when you turn in a corner like this, literally hardly any motion from the car at all. It's absolutely fantastic. It's a lovely car to drive on all sorts of roads. Worth pointing out, absolutely no clonks, rattles, anything from underneath the vehicle. So again, I'm going to concentrate. Steering exhibits absolutely no vibrations at this speed, or any speed actually up to the legal limit. I'm just waiting to go straight a bit of road like this, and it also tracks nice and straight as well. Just going to do the brakes in a second as well. I'm going to leave it a little bit late for this turning here. I know they're good anyway, but it's just for demonstration purposes. But yeah, it's really nice solid brake pedal on the car. Again, no pulsing or vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, which is obviously what I'm looking for. And then finally coming inside, the one thing you notice when you get into the car and drive them, this is a 11, nearly 12-year-old car now. Absolutely no squeaks or rattles. I mean, they are beautifully put together cars, nice materials. But when you're sat here, this dash design, but this is it. I know it's a Marmite interior. You'll either like it or you don't. Simple as that. But fortunately, lots of people do, like myself included. The reason I like it is I think it looks fantastic. But the fact is, it works brilliantly because it's not just for show. It is for the benefit of the driver. The centre stack, because it works very well, is pretty similar to lots of cars, albeit laid out as Honda do, very cleverly and very nicely. Sat-nav system, doddle to use and working perfectly. Down below that, you've got a dual zone climate control system, so you can have temperatures, different temperatures side to side. Heated seats, again, all checked and working. Climate control, by the way, pumps out lovely cold air. We tried that in a nice warm workshop earlier on. If you prod anything or press any buttons, as always with Honda, you're greeted with that lovely high quality feel you get from their controls. They're nicely damp, they feel substantial, they don't feel sort of clicky and cheap when you push them, again, which you find with some cars. But my favourite bit by a mile is what I'm looking at directly in front, this upper and lower deck. So the upper deck is the stuff you can look at most regularly on the road. So you've got an information display panel there, which you know, change fan speeds. It's a little display down there, but it comes up bigger if I prod the button there. But the one that everyone should be looking at most regularly, of course, is your speed. And there it is, digital, white on black, it's clear as day. Basically means I can see that jogger, I can see the car pulling out, I can see the car in front, you name it. But at the corner of my eye, without taking my eyes off the road, I can see my speed. And that's the genius of it. It is absolutely brilliant in day-to-day use. You know, when I get in other cars, and I've got a CR-V myself at the moment, you know, which I love the car. And it's got a digital display, but for some reason Honda have now put it down into a binnacle down here, but it's surrounded by lots of other stuff. You know, for those who know no different, they think it was fantastic, and it is clear, but it's not as clear as that. And that's what I love about this. So you just concentrate on your driving, but you can see your speed without having to kind of peer down at any point. The Civic is a brilliant package. You know, it's as well built as anything in class. It's more reliable than anything in class. It's more practical in terms of boot space, stowage, the rear seats, which do the magic seats on there. It's just but also a lovely car to drive. The point of this video was, of course, to pick up any issues, of which is nothing. It drives absolutely superbly.